I first noticed you training, I think it was 2005. I saw Jump Britain. I went to France on holiday in that summer, which was maybe 6 months later. I don't know how this came about. I was on some park in France, and apparently you were there a week earlier with Jason Matten. But I remember coming to Cambridge a few months after that. I remember saying, you're like the next David Bell. That was within 6 months of you training. And I know that's, looking back now, that's a silly thing to say, but yeah. I could see the potential in you even back then. And so is that what started you off? Was it meeting Jason in France, or?
Yeah. Just like I was walking down the beach and saw like some random topless hench guy just do a backflip off a wall, and like, oh, that's crazy. Do you know what I mean? That's sick. Like, we went over, started talking to him, and like went to some park, and he was like teaching us some vaults and like telling us what parkour was or whatever. Jason left before me, so when Jason was leaving, I was like, oh, like where do you live? Like, you live in England? And he was like, where do you live? I was like, oh, Cambridge. And he was like, oh, I've got friends in Cambridge who do parkour. So he like gave me like Owen's email address or something, and I was just some like annoying kid on MSN like, Owen, when are you training? I want to come training. And obviously like they probably didn't really like me or anything. I was just a little kid just trying to vault a like 2-foot wall or something.
How long ago did Kai move here?
A year and a half ago, almost.
Has Kai helped your training?
Probably, yeah, because like when Kai's here, we'll just always go out because the weather's good. We'll come bus tree, find new challenges, like go to zoology. Like he pushes me to try and get more powerful because I'm not really very powerful.
What's famous about bus tree?
Just, it's said to be one of the only trees of its kind in Europe. It's just a massive tree, and it's a nice little peaceful garden that no one really comes into. And because the weather's good in the summer, like it's just a really nice place to chill.
Recently, you competed in Art of Motion. I don't think many people thought you would. Me personally, I didn't think you'd get involved. I was happy when you were, just to see you try a new challenge for yourself. How did that come about?
Well, I was just there, like just to see everyone because everyone's in London. So, and then one of the Russians hurt his ankle, and then they were like, "Oh, do you want to do it instead?" And I don't know, I wasn't sure, and I thought, oh well, might as well like try it, see what it's like. And then I flopped.
I wouldn't say flopped. You represented your style. You did moves on that course that I didn't see anyone else even look at or try, you know?
Either I could have chosen not to try and not tried, but I kind of wanted to try and I couldn't make myself.
So do you think you might do others in future?
I don't know, if it's a free trip to like a country I've never been to with chilling with a load of people I like, do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I'd say yes.
People always say parkour isn't about competition, and I just think competition begins in your head, and if you're going out there thinking I'm going to beat this person, I'm going to beat him, I'm going to do this move, I've been preparing for weeks to win this competition, and I think then that's competition in your head. But the way I've always gone out there is just have fun on that course, try and do stuff that other people aren't doing just so you can be unique, and then whatever comes from that is...
I can see why people don't like competition in parkour, but I don't advocate that. People think that if there's big competitions in parkour and they're like shown in the media really loads, then when new kids start doing parkour, they're starting it to try and be good. Like, I want to be better than this person, I want to go to Red Bull eventually and win. Whereas we never thought that. Everyone can work out the competition doesn't matter. Yeah. So I think whether or not there's competition in parkour, people are going to figure it out for themselves. I think it's arrogant to say that we know what's right and young kids aren't going to know. I just think it's all irrelevant. If you train this way, then you train this way. If you don't want to compete, you don't want to compete. If others want to compete, they can compete. Like, why argue about it on some internet forum? Like, who cares that much? I think it's crazy.
I get a lot of questions, as I'm sure you do, about what your favourite shoes are for parkour.
You respond to them, don't you?
I respond to every single one. What are your favourite shoes for parkour?
I think any shoes can be good, but yeah, Kalendis are probably the best.
I wear other shoes sometimes and I think, oh wow, these are great, and they look much better than Kalendis, which isn't really that hard. And I think, oh yeah, maybe these are as good as Kalendis, and then a few months later I'll go back trying Kalendis and I'll realise what I was missing the whole time.
Asics are sick, like they're just really, really padded. Like in ways they're better than Kalendis, in ways SI18s are better than Kalendis. I just like Kalendis. Anything you can do in Kalendis you can do in SI18s or in Asics or in like plimsolls, unless it's a massive drop.
What's your response when you get caught on roofs by police? How do you treat that?
Get down, talk to them, or I think a couple of times I've kind of just snuck off.
Too late. Off you go, come on.